Hello there folks, it is TIJ Gaming and welcome back to the Football Manager 2021 Conquering the Euro save with Nice. I was going to say on FM21, but I've already said that. It's episode 3 of season 2 today, and in today's episode we go away to the Stade Orange Velodrome and face André Villas-Boas's Marseille before a trip back to Nice, to the, not the Allianz Arena, what's it called? The Allianz Stadium, or whatever the bloody hell it's called. The Allianz Riviera, but we were close enough. We don't quite play in Bayern Munich though, but Bordeaux come to us next. We've only played 2 games since the last episode, and it's been a decent run to be honest. We knew that these 2 would be hard. We did admittedly sit back against PSG and just defend. We played counter-attacking football, not that attacking from us, and PSG dominated, and we were hoping we could potentially get a draw, a 0-0 draw and get a point, but Coutinho, unfortunately, Coutinho got a goal in the 75th minute, and they thoroughly deserved it. I just hope we could have nicked a point, which obviously we've got so many draws so far this year, but it was our second defeat in 3 games, and I was a bit worried going up against Lyon that might have been the same, but we were certainly given a helping hand by a red card for one of their players. I think probably one of their midfielders, Marler. Actually, a right back. Okay, fair enough. But whoever it was, they were down to 10 men. But to be honest, we were 2-1 up at this point. So it's not exactly like it was in the 5th or 10th minute or whatever. But by half time, it was on each. Crivelli got a goal, which I'm really happy to see. But you can see that the strikers definitely aren't quite up to form yet. Sicario got a goal just after half time. That made it 2-1. And after the sending off, we just really dominated. And that leaves the table looking like this. A good win against Lyon, but we've still got work to do. We're about where we should be. If you look at some of the clubs, some have played more than others, but based particularly on a club like Lyon, we're 5 points behind them, and I'll take that, being 5 points behind 4th this stage in the season. It's still very much early days. PSG have got Lorient tonight. You'd expect them to win that, so we're going to go 12 points away from the top, aren't we? Obviously, we'll probably bridge that gap because we'll win tonight, but PSG will have a game in hand. But if we can win tonight and beat Marseille, that would do us some real favours. Only put us 5 points then away from Marseille, who'll probably be 3rd. So the team is the normal team you would expect. We have got Sicario now playing instead of Ndiaye. I guess that's because Ndiaye's got a little bit of a niggle, but Sicario is playing very well, so he has to get a first team spot. We're also playing Latomba. Yeah, I was just doing the syllables in my head, making sure I got the right player. And he's playing. He's a decent player, but that's because Diego Dallo has got sprained lean ligaments. Oh, Christ. All over the place today. I've just come back from work. A very strange day at work, but you don't want to hear about that. Monday evening, let's go Marseille against OGC Nice. A very familiar squad. They've got Eden Hazard, which scares me. Florian Thauvin, he played for Newcastle for a while, didn't he? Jan Bednarek, Stefan Savic, Steve Mandanda. I feel like Mandanda's been there for all of his career. We're going to pump our fists, say we're the underdogs, and hopefully we can get something out of this. We are going to sit back a little bit. We're going to put our wingers on support and put our right backs on defend, just to sit back and make sure we don't get caught napping on the break. It's Derby day. Yeah, let's go. Again, I'm not really too fussed. I think what I am going to start to do, you did notice it in the last episode, I will start the commentary when we get to this screen here. It is nice, I guess, this screen showing the teams. I guess you don't really need it, but for the purposes of the video, it is quite nice not to duplicate what we would perhaps show in the team sheet screen earlier on. But I'm not really sure what to expect from this game. I personally expect to lose this one, because we're not great away from home. Oh, I have sped up the highlights, which you guys don't want to see it that fast. And to be fair, I'd very much struggle to commentate on anything that was that quick. But I just think that away from home, we're not too great. Marseille are a good side. And although it pains me to admit it, we probably got the 3 points because of the red card against Lyon. It is, as I said, probably going to be a bit of a transition season this year. But I don't mind that. I don't mind that. As long as we can finish in the top 6 or top 5, I don't mind that. But Sicario, a brilliant run down the wing. Not exactly sure what he did there. Completely gave away all progress. But I guess it's a little bit better than losing the ball, right? But 20 minutes in, we haven't had a shot yet. Albeit we have had the most possession, which is very interesting. So we're doing a lot in the middle of the park and not a lot else, which has its positives and negatives, I suppose. But Ristic makes a good tackle, but Thauvin gets the ball back nice and quickly. I feel like this has got all the classic elements of a Marseille goal here. On the wing for Savic. Good defence here by Latomba, by Chalobah even, sorry. And it is a goal for Florian Thauvin. Yeah, I've just got a feeling this might be one of those today. Might be one of those where we're outclassed. But we haven't started terribly. We definitely haven't. We're not doing too bad at all. You consider that distinct top 4 or top 5, and we got a result against Lyon, which we should be happy about. If we don't get a result against Marseille, then we don't. But a cracking ball there to Crivelli, and how does he miss that? Crivelli one-on-one with the keeper with Mandanda. He beats Mandanda easily. Also beats the post. Our strikers, albeit Crivelli did get a goal in the last match, but our strikers just haven't been in it at all. Really haven't been in it all this year. And the likes of Sakari and Dahlberg are just really doing all they can, I think, and helping the cause, or else we wouldn't be getting any goals at all. But I've just moved my players up. We are 1-0 down. We're getting a lot of possession, which tells me we've definitely got a fighting chance in this match. You watch us get 2-0 down now. Ooh, Kondogbia just past the post there. And I'm not going to make a British voting joke, because I've made that too many times before. Half time. Oh, never mind. I thought it was half time. I was going to say half time 1-0. The game wants to jinx me there, but that is not the way we want to go into the tunnel. 2-0, and I wouldn't say it's over, but it's not great. And I'm going to say to the guys, it has been terrible. I'm going to be harsh to them, but I feel like once in a while being very harsh helps the players out. You don't want to do it too often. You can see the players' body language is quite good, which is nice to see. We're going to make an earlier substitution than usual here. We're going to put Dahlberg up front, try a 4-2-2 here, try and attack again. We've got absolutely nothing to lose. We'll have Dahlberg as a deep line forward, and we'll also bring Mofi in to go alongside him. So I think particularly against the smaller teams, again, I don't want to be patronising here at all, but against the smaller teams, I feel like 2 up front would maybe work, and that might arrest our issue of not getting too many goals. And in a game like this, where realistically we are a bit down and out, we might as well test it out. This could be a chance there for Coman. Coman into the box, puts it in. It's going to be a chance for Marseille. To be fair, I didn't specify it would be a chance for us, did I? Gerard Delafay runs through far too easily. A good save, to be fair, there from, I think it's Luca Bernardoni, isn't it? But not good enough from the defenders there. But I have to say that Monaco, PSG, none of them have started perfectly. I mean, you hear all these stories about PSG winning the league with 10 odd games to go, don't you? And I don't think it's going to be one of those seasons. It seems fairly competitive up there, albeit a battle we don't seem to be a part of, which is always a shame, but, well, that's even more of a shame. We're just not really with it today, and given we're focused on the game against Bordeaux now, this game is pretty much all done. We might as well rest some personnel. We'll bring Chalobah off. He's not been great today. And we'll also bring... Looks like Truster Kong is a little bit more tired, and he's got a yellow card as well. So it makes sense to bring some of the players that aren't rested all that often off. But, yeah, not a great match at all. This has not been a highlight in our season. 3-0 defeat, and it does allow other clubs in, to be fair. The likes of Toulouse and whoever in 10th. We could well go down to 10th, but obviously there's still a long way to go in this season. We're not halfway in yet. I feel like in 4 or 5 games' time we can probably judge where we are. A good run from Dahlberg here, but again, it's just not quite happening. Coman does get a, albeit probably what is a consolation goal. We might as well fire up the players. In fact, I was going to change the instructions. I think I can do it from here. We might as well just go for it, hadn't we? We might as well just go for it. Because you never know sometimes what might happen. You might concede another one, but you know, we could have done anyway, so it's a bit against the point. But a decent goal there from Coman, albeit we needed a little bit of luck for that. But it is nice to get a consolation. It wasn't so nice to see that throw-in go to complete tatters, though. And, well, that's nearly 4-1. You have to say our throwing technique was abysmal there. I think that is going to be the only consolation we get. But our XG is 1, I can see, just past 1. So I guess we've got what we deserve. I do fear going on this attacking mentality does allow Marseille in, but whether we lose this 3-1 or 6-1, yes, it does affect our goal difference, but you know we still walk away with the same amount of points. It's just going a bit attacking. There's no point sitting back. We might as well go for this, because if we get a goal in this highlight, which I am very much doubting given this on the edge of our box, if we did get a goal, then, you know, all of a sudden it's game on again. But this very much looks like the opposite. Savic puts it in, and there you go. Nandes makes it 4-1 to Marseille. It just shows the sort of gap that we have got to bridge with Nice. We took over a Nice team, remember, that were in, what, 12th place? Vieira was sacked. He didn't do a good job with them at all. And we've got work to do. We're under no illusions here that this is a club that has started poorly and it's going to be a long way back up to the top. I mean, the hashtag Jones out, I think that's a bit harsh, but we're not looking too bad. We're a point behind Bordeaux. Hopefully we'll arrest that in the next game. We need to get 3 points out of that one. But if you look at where Vieira's team was, sort of in 12th or 13th, we're quite a way above that. And it all depends how the other teams get on in their game in hand. It's a bit disappointing to be 11 points off the top at this point, but well, you know, it's one of them, isn't it? It's one of them. Just got to get on with it, haven't we? And hopefully get another 3 points. Well, the only 3 points, I should say, against Bordeaux. We need at least 3 points, I would say. And we can't get any more than that. All right, shut up. You know what I mean. Well, here we are then for the second game of the episode. We're playing against Bordeaux. Just a few changes. It seems to have scrolled past our team. How rude. But Mofi starts instead of Crivelli. Again, we're just trying to get these two strikers playing. And I suppose the only thing we can do is to rotate them, give them both a chance, I suppose, and that's about all we can do. Apparently Bordeaux have been very poor recently, which makes them being above us, I suppose, a bit of a mockery in all intents and purposes. But some teams have dropped some points since the last games, which is good to see, and we can hopefully go through that a little bit later. We are going to go attacking here because, as has been mentioned, Bordeaux are on quite a poor run, and we know we're good at scoring goals. Well, not necessarily scoring goals, but certainly making chances. But the pundits seem to think this will end in a ball draw. If we only get a point out of this, I would be very, very, very disappointed because we will drop down to 8th or 9th and we need to be doing better than that. I know we've said it's a recovery job, but I would be very unhappy if we finished anywhere below 6th this season. I think that's where we've got to aim to get. We've got to get back in continental football. And a cracking ball, and Terem Mofi finally well, he doesn't finally get off the mark, but it certainly feels like it because he's only scored 2 this year. And his first goal was a long time ago. But we go 1-0 up just on the edge of the half-hour mark. Good run from Coman. Good solid stuff. Good assist from Mokaina. Very simple and very subtle, but it works. Just beats the offside trap there. And puts us 1-0 up. I wouldn't mind going 2-0 up before half-time. You can see that helps out our league position. Only 4 points behind Lyon on the same amount of games. Albeit Lyon will probably beat FC Lorient. But to be 6 points behind them at this stage, again, isn't the worst thing in the world. I do worry the fact that Mofi hasn't really got anybody up there to help him. But he does hold up the ball. And to be fair, we're still in possession. So we'll go again and hopefully get a second chance. Coman shoots. Maybe not what we were looking for there. We should have had a bit more of a patient build-up play. Albeit we've been guilty of being a bit too patient sometimes this year. Zakaria, he's one of my favourite players in this side, I have to say. He is playing well. Not playing brilliantly, we must add, but he's certainly playing well. And he's been a cracking sign. I've said time and time again, I'm amazed that teams have missed him being a free transfer, because he's a cracking right winger. And Ndai struggling to get into the team at the moment. Very nearly 2-0. A good cross from Zakaria. And Dolberg did get his head on it, to be fair, but didn't quite do much with it. But at half-time, I'd say we're comfortably ahead. It could have been 2-0, I think, from that. I don't think Bordeaux are particularly offering much. I think we probably need to change what Dolberg is. In fact, again, we'll try that model of him being a deep line forward. We'll put it on support. We'll put Mofi as a complete forward. Push him up a little bit, but keep Dolberg a little bit further back. It's almost like, again, that it's that 4-2-3-1 formation, but just a bit more aggressively a 4-2-3-1 formation. But here comes Zakaria, passes it to Dolberg, back to Zakaria, beats the defender. He's going to have a shot here, and it just hits the far post. Well, not the far post, sorry, the near post, but on the far side, which is a bit unfortunate, but we're okay here. We do need to get a second goal because there are too many matches this year where we've been one ahead and been a bit lackadaisy till the end of the match, and then it's one each. And this could well be what I'm talking about. But a shocking pass from Eddie Nketiah, who, by the way, Bordeaux have done a really good job, managed to get him. I think they've actually bought him. They haven't even got him on loan. They've bought him. I mean, you know, I wouldn't mind Eddie Nketiah in my squad, put it that way. It's actually, what's his name? It's not Luca Bernardoni. It's Paul Bernardoni. I've got Dave in my head for some reason. I thought it's definitely not Dave Bernardoni. I know that for sure. But it's Paul Bernardoni, not Luca, as I said earlier. But Nketiah with the shots. And what always happens on FM, you mention a player's name and they tend to go and do quite well. But that was a good goal from Eddie Nketiah there. Yeah, as I've said before, we're making the chances. Again, our XG is far higher than what our goals tally suggests. But again, another clearance from the corner. Zakaria on the run. needs to make something of this. A cracking ball through to Dolberg. He's one-on-one with the keeper. I thought that had beat him. It was a sitter according to that description. I think that's a bit harsh. But Dolberg maybe should have done a bit better with that. Coman into the box. Nothing really comes of it. And that's it for that highlight. I do agree that it's alarming that we're making that many chances, which is a good problem to have, but then we're not taking those chances. That's the more alarming part of this. We're going to bring my leader and Crivelli both onto the pitch, see what they can do. We'll bring Crivelli on as a pressing forward. I don't mind that. And then my leader as a inverted winger. Bring Chalobah up the pitch a little bit. We've got to be doing something about this. I mean, I've got the work ball into box instruction on. I don't know why that is, because I don't think that's helping our chances at all. Yes, we're making chances, but we're not being creative enough and not being clinical enough. That is clear for anyone to see, and if we lose this game now, I might just go and cry. Pardo to Glazer. Pardo, good closing down, but Bordeaux get out of it. Trooster Kong again, a sort of decent header, but doesn't remove the danger. Bordeaux still on the ball. Pardo again, Trooster Kong does remove the danger this time. That's a bit more like it. Sakaria now on the wing. What can he make of this? I've been singing his praises, but he's not made that many great chances. But to be fair, that was one into Mofi. Didn't quite make as much as he should have done with that. And again, 10 minutes to go, and it's just not looking like it's going to happen. Bring Malera on for Mocaina, just give him a bit of a break. 20 shots, only 2 of them on target. Our XG is nearly 3. I have never met a team like this. Really haven't. If anything, teams have always not made the chances and almost been clinical, sort of had 2 shots and 2 goals. I don't ever remember managing a team like this where we have so many chances, we make so many chances, and then we're just not clinical at all. We can't use the excuse that the opposition are good in defence, but Zakaria gets the goal, which surely must win us the match. You would think, he says through gritted teeth. But I've been praising Zakaria all day, and I'm quite glad that it's come to fruition now. To be fair, I think that he could have had a few assists today. If we had that chance with Dolberg, which he knocked it on and didn't quite happen. He had a good chance, he gave it to Mofi. And I suppose Zakaria just thought, you know what? Sod the rest, I'm just going by myself, and he puts it away, albeit, yes, a tap-in, but if we do just sit back now, time waste as much as we can, then by hook or by crook, we will get the 3 points, which is exactly what we wanted out of this game. And as I said in the Marseille game, I don't care if we win it by 3-5 or lose it by 1, as long as we give it our all and get the results we need, I'm happy. It looks like we will get the win. Not our best performance in the world, for those of you who aren't really watching, because I do that with FM videos sometimes, to be fair, they've scored with 15 seconds left. I mean, it's a cracking cross from Sabali. You can't deny that. But that is the ultimate bottle. Why get the second goal if you're going to bottle it like that? We played well as well. 21 shots, 3.3 XG. It's water bottle throwing time. It really is. It really is. It's not good enough. It is not good enough at all. And we drop more points. That's the frustrating thing. You can see we're now 8 points behind Lyon. Could have been 6. And that's something that's achievable. It's sort of 2 games. But looking at the league, we're behind Toulouse. We are behind Bordeaux. You can see Bordeaux aren't a great team. Yeah, we've got a lot to learn. We've got a lot to do here. But we've got quite a long period, I'd say, without an episode next time out. I think we can aim for 5 wins in these next 5 matches. I don't see any real slip-ups. I think we'll probably come back for something along the lines of, I mean, we said the Coupe de France, but if we get through to the 10th round, possibly there. But we're looking sort of around this region, about the start of February, I think we'll be coming back. Disappointing episode today, but we march on. It's not that bad, is it? But if you enjoyed that, make sure to leave a like down below, comment your thoughts as well, and subscribe for regular Football Manager 2021 content. I've been CRJ Gaming, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye for now.